My arms are long. Start. Okay. Good evening, everyone. If you care to stand, we'll have an invitation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, we ask that you preside over this meeting tonight. Let your spirit guide our decisions so that we make the best decisions for our community. Instill in us wisdom and sensibility to see the needs of our citizens, such that our time here tonight offers long-range solutions to the many challenges ahead of us. Lord, we also ask you to watch over our men and women who are presently deployed to areas that are threatened with instability. We ask that your spirit inspires our world leaders to seek peace rather than war, to negotiate rather than react, to settle conflicts peacefully rather than resort to violence. We ask this in your holy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I will now call this meeting to order. This is the regular town council meeting for September 10th, 2024. Item number 5 on the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the council minutes of August 13th.
We have to adopt the agenda first.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Move to adopt the agenda.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
No, I'm really trying to get this thing over with, you know.
Move to adopt the consent agenda. Approved, excuse me.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item number 6, citizens' comments. Hank?
Good evening. I'd first like to thank Ms. Brock for helping me find documentation on 7 Devils committees in a timely manner. Secondly, I would like to offer the council member an emergency action map that denotes town facilities, as well as emergency access points and a helicopter pad. In addition to the reference guide for the full town, I am following the lead of Dave Lindgren, suggesting that we create a more detailed emergency action map for both east and west sides of town. The form allows the map to be printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for individuals to post in their homes for quick access. The beginnings of the east side map and full map have been sent in attachment to our town clerk, Ms. Rope, via email for your access and review. Although not an emergency action plan per se, a map can serve as a starting point to keep our community safe in a disaster situation. Thirdly, I'll ask the council, associated boards, and committee heads to report on the status of the Ski-View webcam, the cloak revisions, painting and signage on Alpine speed hump, the donated lots, and the pictures and bios of councilmen and members on our website. I'll end with a couple of requests. First, please post all upcoming meetings on the 7 Devils Facebook page in a timely manner. Post agenda packets and minutes with individual boards and committees on their web listing. Post informal reports from meetings from mayor and chairpersons soon after events. A monthly town bulletin with views from department heads. A quarterly journal from council members. And lastly, it's come to my attention that those watching on YouTube and or attending meetings in person are having a difficult time understanding the proceedings due to a non-existent or less than adequate microphone system. So until an alternative application system can be found, please, for us older folk, speak a little louder and address individuals by their formal names and title. Thank you for your time and understanding.
Thank you for your comments. Jonathan will probably give you some updates on some of those items that you had mentioned. Anyone else? Dave?
I stopped to see what was going on, and Tom handed me.
Oh,
I'm reading this for Tom.
Okay.
Tom
walking in right now.
Pardon me?
Tom's
Tom is
coming
walking in right now.
Tom is walking in right now.
in. Stage left.
Bill's haven't phoned yet, but he's coming.
He is really coming.
Does he smell
Can we
like,
wait a minute?
does he smell like
There he is.
diesel?
How you doing? How are you?
You got here just in time.
Ditto. We got it, man. We got it.
You're on, Tom.
Goodbye, give it up.
Excuse my truancy.
Yeah.
Tom Bookstager, Snow Cloud. I've been I got it written down for you. I've been a resident of Seven Devils for 37 years, charter member, active member of the Seven Devils Fire Department for 35 years. And as assistant chief, had the unfortunate announcement of passing of Jim Drum. Jim Drum purchased a house at 1706 November 1997. And though he was a seasonal resident, he spent a lot of time at Seven Devils. I don't remember the exact year he joined the Seven Devils Fire Department. However, he'd been an active member in the early 2000s for about 10 years. On Sunday, September 1st, he left this life as we know it for a better place. Many had noticed that there was a mourning grave on the Seven Devils fire truck parked by the state road both Sunday and Monday, which was in his honor. Jim Drum will be missed. Thank you.
Thank you, very thoughtful of that. Mention his name. I didn't realize he had passed. Anyone else? Okay. Move on to old business, which there is none. A new business. This is a new business. This is the, let me back up. Moretz came and gave us proposals for paving the following items, Roman numeral 1 and 2. And in order to get on their schedule, which is very important this time of year, because we need to put asphalt down in as warm a climate as we can. Not saying that you can't put it down in colder times. It's just it's been habitual for us to do it when it's warm. We seem to have a much better product when we do that. So I phoned all of the council members and informed them and sent them the information. But tonight is a rubber stamp on our approval. And so I will, unless there's further discussion, I'll accept a motion to approve Roman numeral 1 and 2 for paving proposals. And Jonathan, you might where this money is coming.
Okay, so each year we set aside money for capital improvement. We have built that fund up, and we have some unassigned and unobligated money in the capital improvement plan, and that's where all the money for these two projects will come from. So we're trying to eliminate gravel roads in town. They're so expensive to maintain. They have trouble in the wintertime. So this will eliminate 3 of the gravel roads in town. So now is a really good time. The quote was reasonable, and we have some unassigned and unspoken for money in our capital improvement plan. And that was the Public Works Committee's recommendation.
Jonathan, some of that money is from the Powell bill too, or?
No, we're using the Powell bill for other road repairs.
Okay.
That's separate. We budgeted for that. These are two proposals that were not in the original budget.
We found some of the pricing that Moretz gave us was significantly lower than what we anticipated, and I don't know why it follows price of crude oil and gas prices are down. I don't know the
Well,
reason.
if you'll read number 4 under their proposal, it's due to the volatility of the petroleum market, Moret Paving reserves the right to adjust this quote based on increased cost of asphalt mixing. So it is tied very closely to the gas market.
The other reason why we work with Moretz is because even though they're just a number, if they come in under the number, that's all we pay. So they've been very, very good to work with. So I'll need a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay, Jonathan, you give us the update.
Okay, so the Chestnut Ridge Water Project is nearing completion. We only have to switch over the service lines from the main line that they just replaced, so we should be wrapping that up within the next month. Our town auditor will be here at the October meeting to present her findings. We've received the tax rolls from both Avery and Watauga counties. Town clerk Drop attended the clerk's summer conference in Charlotte. We had 31 participants attend our history lecture. When you talk about alcohol and people think they're getting some, people showed up. We'll talk about alcohol at our community forum that we're getting ready to have. So you guys will show up for that one. The High Country Council of Government will hold their annual banquet on Friday, October 4th. Members of the council attended Watauga Mayors and Managers meeting in Boone this month, and Seven Devils will host the next meeting in November. Seven Devils will also be hosting the Watauga Economic Development Committee's meeting in November. We hosted a successful blood drive here at Town Hall. They've already scheduled another drive for November 8th. They were very happy with the turnout. This webcam on SkiView, it was working at one point when we got them to try to adjust it to go up SkiView, and it's not been working since. We're aware of it. We don't have the stuff to fix it. We're waiting on the IT company to fix it. Painting and striping on the Alpine speed bumps, we're not going to do that until we get them lowered. And because if we painted them now, it would just come off when we lowered them. So when Potholes USA comes up to lower the speed, they will paint them instead of the fish.
When did they say they're coming?
They said they're coming. And, we don't have a date.
They don't have a date?
No, sorry. The Parks and Rec meeting is scheduled for September 12th at 9 a.m. with a tree board meeting to follow. The TDA meeting is scheduled for September 24th at 9 a.m. And we have our last debris pickup of the year. The deadline to have it out is October 6th. The 4th annual trunk or treat will take place on the 29th, and we have a date of December 13th for Light the Night.
Lee, is there any information, or we need to know about the ABC board?
They're still selling liquor. They're doing well.
Very successful.
Yes.
Jonathan, can you give an update on the park?
Okay, yes, so as you all probably noticed by now, the dog park is up. I don't know if they've been able to fix the gate on the small dog side. We know that's an issue that we're having, that the small dogs can get under the gate.
Oh, it's the gate where you come into the area before you go into those. They can get out into there. That's
Okay,
what
well,
I saw it.
okay, well, Jules on it. I'm just going off what she said, so I may be incorrect on that. Our playground is very, very popular.
Yes.
We have our parts course that there's one guy that uses it every morning about 9 o'clock. So that's being used as well. We were hoping to have our quotes by the end of August. That has passed. The last update I got from him is he has hired a new person to help work on that, and he's hoping to get them to us in September. Our bid packages. So once those come in, we will add our concert pavilion, our bathrooms, and our picnic show.
Jonathan's putting a lot of pressure on me too. I mean, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on Jonathan to call him and to push.
And I don't know if I've told you this or not, but he does hire an additional person to try to get that fast.
So Jewel, one of Jewel's complaints, she felt as though she was being put off, and by asking for more information about things, but we'll stay on top of that, because that needs to happen. We have money that we have to spend within a time framework, and with the way things are for things like construction of a bathroom, a pavilion, and a
Picnic and the concert.
in the concert area, because of the numbers that they're going to cost, we have to allow certain times, and we don't want to be up against the wall in getting them done and completed, because if it's not used, we lose the money.
Well, we have until 2026, but I'd like to spend the money this fiscal year.
Yeah,
because it's
we
budget.
need to get it done and use it, so. Okay. Any other comments on any of the board meetings? So Misty, our CPA, will be here beginning next week?
No, she's finished with the audit. She's going to present it
Oh,
at the
present it.
next council.
Okay,
She finished it up on Friday, and she's coming to meet with me this Friday morning to go over it. And she'll present it to the council and the public on our October meeting.
and she does the TDA audit as well.
Yeah, she'll do that at the TDA meeting. She won't do that one here.
Okay. Council comments?
I do have a couple. Hank, thank you for the map. I wanted to acknowledge at the last meeting, Mr. Alfonso's suggestion for the citizen recognition, and suggest we follow up on that in some manner. I talked quickly to Jewel and Hillary, and I was asking Jewel if that was burdensome to do that monthly on the website. Hillary said historically it was kind of an annual luncheon or recognition of everyone. So I can make a time and talk to you about where we go.
Anytime you
Take it back to,
Yeah,
okay. So I'm just acknowledging that and letting people know that we'll follow up with that.
I think it ought to be a quarterly or semi-annual. Quarterly, I think, is a time frame. I mean, we have a lot of people that put in a lot of effort in town. I don't think we'll have trouble now loading you up. Because typically, when I suggest things like that, I wait till the last minute to make a recommendation for somebody. So we have to, I guess we have to discuss what's the procedure going to be? I mean, is it a voting thing? Is it a suggestion, and this person does this? And
That's up to you guys. So you tell us how you want it to operate and we'll execute.
Would it be appropriate for that to be the topic on the 26th
sure,
at the forum?
We can add that.
That would be a great idea.
Yep. Yeah.
Reinforce that day. That's a great idea.
so everybody understands, on the 26th, we're having our second public forum. And Brian and myself will be presenting, and besides any suggestions we receive, we're going to give updates on construction. That's a big thing right now. Good and bad, you know. I know you follow trucks up and down. There's gravel on the roads. The roads are tore up. There's a lot of stuff happening on the mountain. But the more we can talk about it and open to suggestions for, to ease the inconvenience, we're open to that. Anything else?
My third, item, and this is maybe a question, would, following up on Hank's request, is there updated clock from input and feedback in the spring?
So that is under the purview of the planning board, and they haven't come to a compromise on how they want it done. So that is, once they review it, it'll be sent to you guys to approve it. Thank you for clarification.
We are also, and if I'm speaking out of turn, both Jonathans, let me know. We have a lot of ordinances that, I'm not gonna say were handwritten. They were adopted from other towns our size and municipalities and kind of put together, but we've never had them totally reviewed by our legal staff. And that was a budgeted item where we increased the legal fee. So we're trying to get a lot of that before we dive into changes. That way we do it one time.
And with the ever-changing legislation that's coming out and cases being settled, we don't want to jump the gun on a lot of ordinances that are going to be shot down. And that is what we pay those guys, and we'll take their advice on how they think we should handle things, and that's what we've been doing so far.
Raleigh just came out with a lot of changes and requirements and things that we can't do.
And a lot of those would be reflected in the flow.
Yeah. So that's where we are. Any other council comments? I have none. Therefore, move to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You'll die.
Jonathan?
Okay. Starting without the wrong party.